Hey my babies, hi my IMs, how have you been? Welcome back to my channel. And today is the 4th of July, but I'm going to upload this video first because I'm still recording things that I'm doing for the 4th of July. But today I've got a good story time to tell you. Blooper already. Got a good story time to tell you, and I hope you enjoy it because yeah, it traumatized me. I see y'all in a bit. Okay, my babies, I got a story time to tell you. For you, those of you who may know me personally or in real, not in the YouTube world, I have a couple of things that I don't like. And my story time is about when I was 4 years old, and my mom and them, we lived in Ohio at the time, and we went to the Cincinnati Zoo. Now, the Cincinnati Zoo was something we did as a family. My brother at the time, y'all got to remember I was maybe about 2 or 3 years old. It was before before we moved to Alabama. So I was about 2 or 3 years old, and we was good. Everything was good, everything was dandy until my brother, who's almost 8 years older than me, says, "Mom, let's go into the reptile area or the aquarium, whatever they call it." Okay. Y'all got to understand. Nene, look at me here. Nene don't do snakes, lizards, geckos, any of that, even an eel. And I don't like looking at it on TV. And it all started with me being this little bitty toddler who had an older brother who was excited to go and see the lizards and everything and the reptiles. I can remember this clear in my mind as like it's fresh because it traumatized me. So it's gonna be more than one encounter I've had with a snake story. Wait and see. We go inside, and all I can remember is that it was painted gray. You open the door and you walk in, and there was a lot of glass, individual compartments, or say it was a wall, and then it was divided and had glass on it, right? So I'm holding my mommy hand and la da da dee dee, and my brother said, "Ooh, look!" And we still at 49 and 57 years old talk about this story because he thinks it's still funny as hell, and I don't. Okay. Now we go in. I'm fine. I'm great. I'm happy. You know, because I know once we come out, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some ice cream. Okay. So my mom's husband at the time, who was our stepdad, we went on and he's walking, and he used to call me by my first and middle name, and he even named one of his cars. It was an old LTD after me. My first and middle name, and that's another story that I'll tell you about. So, you know, him and my mom are talking, and my brother is just a oohing and ahhing, and then I do this. I turn, I look. My mom, she'll tell you about this story because it still cracks her up to this day. I turned and I looked, and all I seen was this big, long, black anaconda. Half of its body was in the water, half of it was out. But the messed up thing about it, guys, was this. it opened its mouth and it was eating a rat, a mouse, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know, but I just wasn't feeling it because I seen it coming, the little tail of the little mouse hanging out of his jaw. But it hit the snake. You can see what half the body and the snake was. So imagine 2-3 years old, you see something like this. Literally. I took off, running. All I heard my stepdad say is, Toya in, Toya in. Where you going, baby? Come back. My brother is dying laughing at me. See, that's why he was the oldest and I was the baby and I got spoiled more. I'm joking, y'all. My brother is dying laughing at me. My mom said all she seen was me go shoot. All I know is I was running because I did not like what I seen in that glass. So, make a long story short, to this day, that is a story that my brother and my mom talk about because they said they never knew a 2-3-year-old. I think I was pretty much around 3 because we hadn't moved down to Alabama yet. It's around 3, I'm pretty sure. Now I'm 49 years old now, but I still can remember that clear as day. So I don't do any of those. I can tolerate a gecko because there's geckos outside. I've seen 2 of them that crawl on my little trash can that I pull to the curb. And the other day I was coming from the Walmart. Y'all probably can hear Tyson scratching on the door, like saying, "Let me in." Hold on one second while I let little man in. So, getting back to my story after letting Mr. Tyson in, who now wants to get out, and I'm not gonna let him out because he know I'm recording right now. So you need to come over here, Boo Boo, Binky. You need to come over here and get in your little bed right there until I'm done recording. Don't blink your eyes at me like that. See, I'm giving y'all the true vlogging of not cutting this or anything. But this is what I go through. Come here, Tyson. Now, what did you want? Come here. Come here. Y'all seen I went to go pick him up. Come on, baby. Come on. He likes to perch like a bird. No kisses. Look at the camera. So that's one story where I ended up where I ended up running from my poor little dear precious life from a snake I thought was gonna come through the glass and get me. Now, another story is this. I got 2 more stories. Rest Nikki's soul. We were teenagers, and she's no longer here. She passed a couple of years ago from cancer. But me and her were walking to this store. Now there was a creek right across the street from my house. Okay, and she lived a little bit further on. So say I lived on this side of the house, this side of the street. She lived on this side, but further on down the street. And I lived closer to the entrance of the street. So we was like, yeah, girl, we was having a good little conversation and everything. And she was just as sweet as she could be. And so we decided, well, let's walk to the store and, get some candy, whatever. So as we're walking across the street, as soon as I put we had crossed the street, but as soon as, we was coming from her house technically. As soon as I put my foot down, this black racer went across my foot. Now, All I know is this, is me and her stopped literally in our tracks. Now, I could have ran to my house, but then something said, that snake crossed the street from where your house is, so it probably came out of your yard. And we took off running, just running and screaming and running and screaming and running and screaming. It took me a minute to walk down my street to deal with anything that I felt, if it was a tree bush, if it was a rope or anything that looked like it could have been a snake. I wasn't messing with it. Okay? I wasn't messing with it. So, long story short, what? See what I go through? See this? He whining and he's sitting here right with me while I record. Ain't that right, Ty? So, to make a long story short, my third encounter was here in my own house. It wasn't outside. Now, see, we had Alex. Alex was new to the family. This was about 2 years ago. It wasn't last year. It was 2 years ago. And Alex likes to go down in the basement. See, people fail to realize that when you have cats, they find sugar honey iced tea that you ain't trying to find. But I kept saying to myself, you need to cover that little hole in that garage door because something's going to slide up in there and you're not going to want what slides up in there. All right. Long story short, my daughters had went and got something to eat for dinner and was bringing it back. Now, they said when they came in the house, they didn't see anything. But you got to realize, Alex probably went downstairs in the basement and she knows how to open the door. Really, Tyson? She knows how to open the door. So, go right there. She went and my daughter said, Ma, don't come out your bedroom. I'm like, huh? She's like, don't come out your bedroom. Stay where you are. Right there. Antenna. What the hell? A snake done came up in my house or something? She said that when she went, bought me my food to my room and walked, it looked like a little something like a rubber band. Now I'm thinking it's a big snake. I'm thinking it was a baby snake. Point blank is this. I don't do no snakes. I had to bleep myself. I just don't. I freeze up. I can't do it. It's too much, baby girl. No. Okay? So, make a long story short. She's not scared. Now, she's not scared of reptiles, lizards, any of that like that. But she's scared of spiders. But I'm not scared of spiders. No. Now, if I know it's a poisonous spider, yeah, I'm scared of it. But any spider, I don't care if it's a granddaddy long leg, she ain't dealing with it. I don't do lizards. I don't do frogs. None of that. So she ended up taking the baby snake outside. And for the longest, I didn't ask him what size the snake was or anything. But then eventually, months later, I said, well, what size? She said it was a baby snake. I said, okay. But I thought if that snake had got up in here and just was crawling around, it could have went underneath the couch, something growed. I don't know. But I'm quite sure one of my cats would have found it. I pray. So I looked at Alex and I told Alex, keep your bad little stuffed in. I don't need a present. Not that type. Okay? Not that type. One moment, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I had to let Tyson go and do him. And, yeah. So, like I was saying, when the girls told me, I gotta readjust my camera, I'm sorry. When the girls told me that, I was good. Now, this is the messed up thing about the whole situation. It happened on a Friday. I did not come out my bedroom till Monday morning when I had to go to work. See, they bought me what I needed them to bring me. Cause I wasn't trying, wasn't trying to do that. Wasn't trying to do that. Now, I've had a frog in my old house in my bathroom. That didn't freak me out so bad. But I never forget also when there was, the fish tank was dried out. And I was watching TV. And looking straight ahead at the TV, but I see something on the side move in the fish tank. We ain't got no fish, ain't no water in the fish tank, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? So at the time, my ex-husband and my oldest daughter was telling me, you're paranoid. It's not what you think. You paranoid. I said, okay. Next day, sitting in the living room, I see something move real quick. It was a lizard. But I'm paranoid. So they tried to get it out the fish tank and keep me calm. And said, no, it's not what you think. Too late. I told you what it was. Next time you're gonna believe me. Right. So, same house. It was my birthday. And my oldest one went to go take the trash out. And when she went to go take the trash out, she said right by the trash can was one of them people. A snake. And I didn't want to go out my house. So eventually, my ex-husband at the time, he pulled the car up close enough to the carport where I didn't have to touch the driveway to where the trash cans were, to where my daughter found the snake. I was like, okay. But from that day forward, the other 3 years that I lived in that house, you best believe I backed my car up down the driveway. And then as soon as I opened my door, the only thing I had to do was put my foot down on the porch because I wasn't stepping down on that ground like that. That's how I work. That's how I move, So that is one of my phobias. My other phobia is scared of heights. I can't do heights at all. Even when I was in the Navy and they used to ask, at the time I was a signalman, so I used to have to, when it came, how anybody's stationed near a Navy base, during the holidays, like today's the 4th of July, then they would stream all the flags out the flag bag. It would go from the front of the ship over and down the back of the ship. And it's real pretty, but guess who has to do it? It was folks like me that worked in communications that were signalmen that were responsible for those flags. Had to hang them up. Just like at Christmas time when you would go by the blooper, go by the naval base, and you would see all of those real pretty streaming lights, just like you've seen the beautiful flags right now for the 4th of July. And I could only go so far up the mast, and then I would literally lock up. And so finally, this was not on my first ship. I didn't have to do that, but when I got to my second ship, because the first ship, the guys knew how to do it. They did it real quick, whatever. They just made sure that we walked the line and it didn't get tangled up in anything and stuff like that. My second ship, different story. But we had this one guy, he did not mind doing it. He was an adventurous type of guy, and I appreciated him. But I love my job in the Navy and as a signalman in communications, but that was the one thing that I hated or disliked, was having to stream up the flag bag or the lights. It was pretty, but y'all just don't understand the struggle, okay? I don't ride roller coasters anymore because I'm scared of heights. When I went to Canada And on the Canadian side, beautiful Niagara Falls side on the Canadian side. Beautiful water rushing and everything. And my friend at the time, he said, you want to get out and walk around and everything? I said, no, I'm good. I can zoom my camera in and I can see everything from a distance, because guess what? On the Canadian side, they have the horseshoe. And the horseshoe has height. And I wasn't trying to mess with anything with height. When I stayed at this real luxurious hotel in Bahrain and in Dubai, had Radissons at the time, had the real pretty, when you walk in, and the real pretty shaped elevators with the glass where you can watch yourself go up to your floor. I backed it up, never looked out the glass, because I'm scared of heights. Scared of heights. Hopefully one day, that is one of my phobias or my fears I can get over. The first fear with the little, no, I can't get over it, because I never forget when I went, with my daughter, my youngest one, on a field trip. It was a refugee area, Chattahoochee refugee something park, where they would save animals and everything. And the kids was happy to see the snake, but one of the parents looked at me and said, oh no, but that's another story. I'm gonna tell you about various field trips that I've been on with my kids. That's another story and stuff. But I don't do field trips no more, because guess what? They're 27 and 22, but I would take and make that time and do field trips. So I'm not gonna keep you guys, because it's a holiday. I'm gonna finish going in here and I'm gonna vlog me cooking and doing some different things for the 4th of July and everything. And that, hopefully I can get that up and running. Y'all hear my computer doing different things. Hopefully I can get that up and running, because right now as we talk, I'm looking over some things with my channel, but blooper, sorry about that. But again, if did nobody tell you, and I mean if did nobody tell you that they love you, me, I'm just Nene, I'm telling you I'm loving you. I'm gonna say happy 4th of July, because the 4th of July was one of my favorite holidays, but my mindset with what's happened in 2020 has kind of sort of changed. I'm low-key not doing a lot of stuff I used to do. I think I've come to an awakening on certain things, but you guys make my day. When you guys watch my video and y'all leave a comment and I comment back, that really makes my day. So thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Don't forget to like the video, but leave a comment. I do respond back. And again, I'm just Nene, and I love you guys. And